First thing to say, I'm a professional reviewer, so this video has been paid for by Pace, because I'm lucky enough that they think my professional opinion and feedback is worth paying for. So think of that what you will. This is a totally honest review, formed while I'm riding, 21 years of experience. So here we are, off piste in the back end of Dalby with Mr. Pace himself, Adrian Carter, on the 627 there. I'm on the 529. Oh, this trail is sweet. As you can see, Adrian likes a steep trail. So you got that 65-degree head angle on the bike he's riding, the 27.5 bike, and a slightly over 66 on this. You know, because there are deliberately subtle differences between the two bikes. You know, Adrian's made that very clear from chatting to him. You know, why build a 29er that just feels exactly like the 27.5? You want something a little bit sharper and a little bit quicker for those little bit narrower tyres. Well, the other significant change on these two bikes is not only is there an XL size, so you have got the longer option, but the seat tubes are a lot shorter. So, you know, the seat tube on this, a large, is a 17.5 inch. Typically, you'd say it was a medium. So if you do want that extra length, you know, the option's there. There's enough travel in this bike, so I know the fork's going to protect me there, and there's enough stability now as well. Hey up. Oh, it's great riding with a bike designer who clearly loves riding their bike and can clearly ride it really damn well. But I mean, even the 127 Plus, one of the standout things that when I tested it was how quick it climbed. You know, a Steel Plus bike, it should have been an absolute dog, to be fair. But it really upset a lot of people on group rides and really surprised me. Just because of that little bit of steel spring, but, you know, those muscular, there's me cliche, muscular 853 main tubes. But there is a truth in it. You can put a fair amount of wattage through them and they don't just twang or suck it up. They do plough the power down nicely, as they're doing now. Really nice positive climbing experience. Oh, that sounded like a European marketing cliche. I'll stop talking now. And of course, Adrian was, although he loves his moorland and his off-piste, he was pretty much instrumental in getting the trails established here at Dalby, officially at least. So, as you can see, he's no slouch. Bit of length for stability, bit more wheelbase, that longer front centre, and also the ability to get longer if you want it. But it's that pump, it's that communication in talking about with Adrian. It's the way it just flows and surges over these little rises. So when you see a rock on the trail, there's a correlating response through the tyres. It's not a harsh ping around, doesn't snap traction, but you can, it's that level of communication. Really does take some fine tuning. Ridden a lot of bikes recently that get it wrong. They're either so dull they really don't feel like it was worth getting steel and paying that weight penalty. The steel bikes aren't light. I mean, this is a 2.7 kilo frame. You can get a full suspension frame for that. She paid enough money and got carbon. But when it is done right, the flow and engagement and ride feel that really brings the trail to life, literally brings it to life. When your connection with that work that you're doing is actually accentuates it and actually builds it, that's when it really comes to life. That's where the enjoyment sparked off. But what's interesting is, you know, Adrian had 3 prototypes of this bike, and he was trying, again, you know, he's trying all the different iterations possible. So he's trying 2 with short offset forks, get a bit more stability that way, but then each frame he had, each prototype was progressively longer, but progressively steeper seat tube. And the real Goldilocks moment wasn't the medium boulder porridge, it was the last one where seat tube had gone right up to 76, which is pretty radical for hardtail, and the longest top tube of all the ones he had made. But then he went back to a longer offset fork, and that's when it all really tied together nicely. That's when he just got the balance he was looking for, and that's the bike I'm riding now. And as you can see, it's a greasy day here, but just the confidence I've got, the way I can weight the front wheel, and it's really responsive through the turns. I've got a really easy, relaxed feel through my hands and knees. I'm not really having to think. The bike's just disappearing underneath me. I mean, I love the previous one. I did like the 127 Plus. It surprised me how much I liked it, because it was bloody short. I shouldn't have liked it short, but I had a great ride on it. But this length in this bike, and the levels of feedback, the levels of communication, I'm loving it. And Sophie said I can take one away to do some extra filming, and I might have to take her up on that, just for an excuse to ride it more than anything else. It's just bloody lovely to ride. So I really ought to talk about the bike specifics. Been wittering on about feel and how Adrian's got to it, which is, you know, let's be honest, is the interesting stuff, but because that's what separates this bike out. But in terms of the numbers and the options, there's 3 frames, medium, large, extra large, £575. There's a bunch of different decal kits. There's 4 currently, and then there's a custom decal option. There's actually a custom paint option as well as the 2 standard colours. 2 build kits, and then 1 rolling chassis kit based on the top end build kit. So just to get you off the start, if you're coming off a 27.5 bike, just gets you over the obstacle of having to get wheels and a fork, gets you a bit of a saving on that. But above all, as much as the pricing's really competitive and the specs are spot on, it's that ride quality. It's that just so natural for natural trails like that, or even the man-made stuff. But if you can chat about, you know, build kits coming down something like that,
yeah, if you can pick up
without,
things
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, like Adrian says, it's just a bike that just disappears underneath you in a really good way. Not that it's nondescript, not that it's bland. It just does exactly what you want. It turns in how you want, it turns in when you want. You're not scooping it up, you're not trying to gather an excess length of bike out the far end of corners, but it's not tucking under on you either. Clearly a lot of work gone into this. I'm on the 627 now, 27.5-inch bike, and as you'd expect, there's an instant change in the way it feels. I mean, it's subtle, as you'd expect. Similar tube set, wait, but not actually as long as the 529. 529 gets 483mm reach. This is 476. Even though the top tube's actually longer on this, because it's got a slacker seat angle, a slacker head angle, the reach is actually shorter. So it feels a more conventional ride. Even with the slacker head angle, it's a 65 on this. Just noticeably easier to chop and twist that front wheel around. There's more going on. Whereas the 29er tends to hold a line, even though Adrian's worked hard to keep the 29er very agile, and it is. It's just more through your hips, general dynamic movement through this. Tempted to play with the front wheel more. Each kick of the pedals just gets you up to speed a little bit quicker. If anything, it feels like it's a slightly tighter frame in terms of the way that's tracking, but that's, you know, our tubes are exactly the same, so it's got quite a sturdy set of Hope wheels on this, so it feels probably more alive, more poppy with a lighter set of wheels, but these make it really sure-footed. These Schwalbe tyres on, proper knee pad muscle bike, this thing. And these are both long, slack bikes, but they've just got an amazing ability to just put that short stem and that front wheel exactly where you want them to be, and then return that feedback and that flow. That's the reason why you'd buy a steel hardtail. They really do encapsulate everything that's great about modern trail hardtails. Superb pair of bikes. Anyway, it looks like I'm running out of light to do a full video review on this, so I'll probably cut to a separate segment when I've taken it home. So make sure you watch that one, as well as this one. Oh, we go. Oh no, I keep getting this wrong. Boom. Oh, that was belting.
Not fun, huh?
That is a sweet track. That is a really sweet track.
Nice way to finish, huh?
Ah, superb way to finish. Yeah. And like I say, what I was just getting through saying was both bikes just really showcase the wheel size. Yeah. Really, really well. Yeah. I mean, obviously siblings, but
yeah,
significant difference.
Engaging.
I really felt like I should have had like knee pads on this one.
Really?
And like was swinging myself around, just throwing my weight around a bit more. It feels more of a brawler, this bike.
Yeah, I would say.
Whereas that has got a bit more, slightly more aristocratic distance, you know.
29 is
long distance, yeah. But still a ton of fun. Still a ton of fun. After all these years. Making bikes and playing around in the woods on is still a bloody good way.
It's got to be fun, hasn't it? That's what this business is all about. It's making products that people just look forward to in riding.
Yeah.
Don't take it too seriously.
We're not in it for a fortune. We're in it for a good time.
Be in the wrong business.
Yeah. So, 2 bikes. New RC627, new RC529. The same Adrian Carter, designed them both, and if I have split it up, there'll be a tech walk around video on both the bikes, showing the similarities on the details between them. But yeah, 2 cracking bikes.
Sweet.
Superb. The pace story continues. Continues absolutely on point. Not even sure I've said that, and I always say that at some point in the video, so yeah, absolute pleasure to ride him.
Sweet.
Thanks very much for sharing the day with me, sir.
Pleasure's all mine.
Splendid.